Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy BDB, and today I have a video I want to talk about. So it is going on in college football as Penn State, if you did not hear, they fired their head coach James Franklin yesterday. And man, oh man, this is causing a lot of uproar. A lot. Obviously, a lot of Penn State fans, they're happy. My friend who's a Penn State fan, huge Penn State fan, he's very happy. There's some other people who are upset. I know I watched Josh Pate's video. He was not happy at all. And if I honestly could give this firing a rating of 1 through 10, I give it like a 3.5, 4 max out of 10. This was not a good firing. I don't think this was good. Because my thing is this. James Franklin, yes, he couldn't win big games, but he was still a coach who could get you 10 plus wins. Even if people say, oh, he just can't beat Ohio State. He can't beat Michigan. He can't beat this team. He can't beat that team. You guys got to understand the resources. Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon. You guys got to understand what they got versus Penn State. You got to understand. Look, how many years has Ohio State been in the headlines? Many, 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 many years. You got to understand. How many years has Michigan been in the headlines? Many, 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 many years. How many years has Oregon been in the headlines? Many, 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 many years. It ain't saying like James Franklin and Penn State. I'm not saying Penn State is bad, but you got to realize the resources Oregon got versus Penn State. Why do players go to Oregon? Because they got unlimited NIL money. That's why players going over to Oregon. They got unlimited NIL money. Why do players go to Ohio State? Oh, man. Ohio State. The players that came through that program, they're like, I want to be just like that. Why do players go to Michigan? Probably because Michigan, they probably grew up in Michigan. I don't know. Or probably Michigan giving them the biggest bag off. I'm not saying Penn State is bad, but now Penn State with this firing, they lost their identity. You put yourself all the way to level 0. All the recruits that Penn State was interested in, or all the recruits that committed to Penn State or said, I have Penn State in my interest levels. Guess what? They all just dropped them. And these ain't no like 3, 2 stars. No, these are like 4 stars. 3 and 4 stars. I don't know I haven't seen any 5 stars, but I know 4 stars. And I think the top running back, he said he ain't coming no more. Penn State, you got to understand, there's going to be years now where you're not going to be able to win like that. You're going to have to understand your wins ain't going to be there. Now, like I said, student section, y'all going to get rocking all the time. The only reason why I was supportive of Penn State, and I was like, oh man, I like Penn State. I'm not a Penn State fan, but I said, oh, I like them, was because of the crowd. I care less about the team. I just cared about the crowd. I was like, man, this crowd is amazing. Like, I want to go to a wideout game and be in this crowd. But Penn State, you got to understand, there's going to be years. You guys are level 0 now. There's going to be years where you're not going to have anything. You might be mid to bottom in the Big Ten. And you might not pull the recruits that you think you're going to pull in because coaches mean a lot. Not only are you not going to be able to pull recruits from high school, you might not pull recruits from the portal. And not only that, the players on your team might hit the portal because you guys are going to be losing a lot of talent after this season. A lot. And Penn State, you guys got to understand with this next head coach you guys are looking for. There's 2 of these head coaches that I know you guys are not going to get. Firstly, Nebraska's coach. You have a better possibility, but it ain't going to happen in my book. I don't think it's going to happen. Because what he's doing at Nebraska, I'm kind of like, he doesn't really need to leave because, I mean, he had Patrick Mahomes Jr. He's developing over there. And if he leaves, I just want to see. I mean, credit, his alma mater is Penn State, but I don't think it'll be a good decision for him to leave. Nebraska is ranked. Even if they 25, I don't care. They're ranked with 1 loss. Then you guys got to look at Indiana. Y'all are saying Indiana's head coach. That is not going to happen. See, this is where I say your levels of thinking has gone out the window. Y'all think y'all are getting Indiana's head coach? That is not going to happen, son. Have you seen what he has done to Indiana, that football team, in the past 2 seasons? That coach came in last year and gave Indiana the best start in school history, going 10-0. And he has the chance to go do it again this year, just beating the number 3 team in the country, Oregon, and going back 10-0 in back-to-back seasons. In his first 2 seasons in that. He's created a great culture over there in Indiana. Them fans love him over there in Indiana. I know the athletic directors, they love that guy over there in Indiana. They're saying, we will pay you whatever you want just for you to stay over here. You are not leaving. His job is secure. Regardless if Penn State said they're going to give him this and that. Why would he leave a spot that he just put in a really, really good spot? Why would he leave? If I'm the coach, I'm like, I'm not leaving because my team is number 3 in the country. We're 9 times out of 10 going to the Big Ten championship or going to the playoffs. So why do I need to leave? Why do I need to leave? If we're thinking about this, think about it. In his 2 seasons he's been at Indiana, he only has 1 loss in the regular season. Quote unquote, regular season. Now in total, he has 2. But this dude has 1 loss in the regular season. Why would he leave? That doesn't make sense. Now, James Franklin, you want to come over to Tallahassee, Florida, because I think Florida State, they might fire Mike Norvell. And Penn State, y'all can take Mike Norvell. Penn State, UCLA's, all their coaches are still available. Virginia Tech's coaches available. Oklahoma State's coaches available. I mean, and the best one y'all could possibly get, in my opinion, the one at Iowa State, y'all can get him. But that Indiana coach, he's not budging. Nebraska's coach, if you give him something good, he might budge. But in reality, I don't think he's going to budge. Penn State, it's tough. It really is tough. Because, like I said, you've hit that reset button. I didn't think Penn State was going to do it. I did not think Penn State was going to say, James Franklin, we're hitting the reset button. And they did it. And now, Penn State, you have to understand that you will now have years where it is not going to be good. It is going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. And Penn State, I'm not saying you guys are bad, but people keep questioning, why can't they beat the big teams? Well, you got to think about this. The big teams, they got 5, 4, like their team is loaded. Like, look at Oregon. Oregon's team is loaded of 5 and 4 stars. Simply off NIL. Their team is loaded of 5 and 4 stars. Ohio State, their team is loaded of 5 and 4 stars. Michigan, their team is loaded of like 5, 4 stars. Mainly 4 stars. Maybe you got some 3 stars. Penn State, you got 5 stars. You got 4 stars, yeah. But they're not, the whole team ain't loaded of 5 and 4 stars. They're not. This team is talented. But you guys got to understand, they're not loaded like them. Like Florida State, we got great talent over there, but we ain't got the loaded talent like Miami does, if I'm being honest. We don't. And that's something I'm realistic with. I can come to my senses. I know Penn State has a lot of talent. Yes, I know y'all got Drew Aller, Nick Singleton, Katron Allen. You got the receivers, Luke Reynolds. You got the O-line, Dennis Sutton, Zane Durant. You got Tony Rojas, Amari Campbell. You got Keon Wiley. You got Dominic DeLuca, A.J. Harris, Elliott Washington II. You got Zakee Wheatley back there. You got Dejon Lane. You got all those guys. I understand that. But what you also got to understand is Ohio State, Oregon, and Michigan, they just got better resources to why people want to go over there. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will have more videos out there for you.